Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Nick Push. Welcome to my channel. If you like talking Halloween ends, if you haven't noticed, you are in the right place because I have been making a lot of videos on Halloween ends. Quite frankly, because I'm enjoying talking about it. We haven't gotten much on information on the movie yet, so I think it's really fun to speculate and throw ideas off each other and, just kind of shoot the shit about what we want to see, what we could see, what we don't want to see, all kinds of shit Halloween Ends related. So obviously we're going to get some more details here in the coming months once we get teasers and trailers and all kinds of shit. But until then, let's speculate away, guys. Let's have some fun. So if you like shit like that, hit that subscribe button. And also join me down in the comments, guys. Today's video topic is twist endings. So let me know some twist endings ideas that you guys have. So I would be very curious because this is kind of a fun topic and there could be all kinds of shit that you guys come up with. The idea for this video came from a quote by our famous director, David Gordon Green. He said basically, and I'm paraphrasing, and this was back in about October, he said he had a little time and he came up with a new twist idea for the ending of his trilogy. So what does that mean? I don't know. But let me tell you what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that Laurie Strode has been dead this whole time and we don't know it as an audience. This is not an M. Night Shyamalan twist, guys. This is not going to be something that changes the whole fabric of what we've watched so far. This will probably be a little detail that is a twist that we didn't expect that maybe makes us look at certain scenes or certain aspects of the trilogy in general. So I wouldn't expect something crazy, but it could be interesting nonetheless. So it got me thinking, what kind of twist would I put in there? So I'm going to give you guys my top 3 ideas. At first I was going to have some just bonker ideas, like the Man in Black has been Ray the whole time and he set a plan in motion or something like that using all the different aspects of the crazy timelines in this franchise. But I decided to keep it a little bit realistic. So I'm only going to give you guys 3. These are 3 things that theoretically could happen. None of them are going to happen. But I think they could be interesting if done in the right way. So, like I said, guys, this is all in good fun. I don't think this shit is going to happen, but it could be interesting, and I want to hear some of your guys' thoughts on some twists that you guys have. So, number 3 is going to be, and this has been said before, but this is going to be Hawkins is actually Karen's father and Allison's grandpa. So we know Hawkins and Laurie essentially, it sounded like from their conversation in the hospital, almost hooked up, or they had a thing, crush on each other, etc. Maybe they did hook up. Maybe years later, maybe, Laurie was drunk, maybe Hawkins took advantage of her. I'm kidding, that would be a little bit dark. But maybe they had, one night where they hooked up. And for whatever reason, Laurie didn't want Karen to know about it because Frank had some connection to Michael, or had the connection to Michael Myers that he had, that we found out from the flashback. So she wanted to kind of just keep some of those details away from Karen, or whatever, either way, it doesn't matter. So now Karen's obviously dead. So Allison, would have another parental figure in her life. Not the most creative twist, but it could be interesting. So that's number 3. Number 2 is going to be that Laurie and Michael actually are siblings. So this is out there, guys, but we know that they were siblings in the original incarnation of the first timeline, but it wasn't told to us until the end of Halloween Part 2. We could talk about that forever, It's kind of in pop culture, or it was until Halloween 2018, that Laurie and Michael are brother and sister, right? Well, we needed to get rid of that in this franchise, so they're not related. Michael's just evil, right? Perfect. Just how it was in the OG, right? And they explain that in Halloween 2018 by Allison having a line saying, that's just some rumor that people made up, right? When her and Vicky are talking while walking to school. Well, what if something comes to light that rumor was based on fact, and Laurie and Michael are siblings? Boom, twist. No merit to this goddamn twist, though. It would give a lot of people what they want. Not me, but a lot of people what they want. Because some people can't get over the fact that they went back to the original intent of the character, where they were not related. But the where this falls apart is Michael was never still after Laurie in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. And that was kind of part of Laurie's arc in Kills, is she found out that it was never about her, as Frank said. So it falls apart on the table, but it still could be an interesting twist, and it would make a lot of people happy. And my number one twist is the twist that would piss everyone off here, and that is that this whole timeline, this whole thing, is all in Laurie's mind, and she wakes up at the end of Halloween Ends, after Michael is defeated, essentially. She wakes up, and she's in a mental institution. And it's November of 1978, a few days after the events of October 31st, 1978. And she's just been out of it, hopped up on drugs, and she just fucking dreamt all this shit. She's still terrified because Michael's still out there. Right? Because we're going to use the 78 ending. She doesn't know what happened to Michael. She's all hopped up on drugs. You know, she's in a mental institution. She just lost her fucking mind. And she wakes up, and all of this has been a fucking dream. Maybe the whole goddamn franchise. Maybe, you know, she's piecing time together in the whole franchise. This would piss people off. Depending on how it's done, I might not mind it. Essentially, because then we could just start the franchise over again after Halloween 1. And, you know, I'd be fine with that, because we've gotten some shit, obviously. But I don't think people would be receptive to that. I don't think people would be receptive, really. Some of them to the brother-sister thing, but I don't think people would be receptive to any of these twist ideas. But I am very curious what David Gordon Green means by putting a tiny twist on the ending. What detail could it mean? So, like I said, guys, I want you to tell me any cool twist ideas you have. They could be balls to the wall crazy, like I talked about at the beginning, or they could be more grounded in, you know, what they could do in this movie. Like kind of where I was coming from. I would like to hear some of your crazy ones, because they're entertaining. But yeah. And if you have any ideas on what David Gordon Green could mean on his twist, let me know in the comments below again too. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I will see you later.